Picture this. It's the year 1429, and France is on its knees. The English have been dominating the 100 Years' War, and hope seems lost. But in a small village called Domremy, a teenage girl is about to change history forever. Her name, Joan of Arc. Now I know what you're thinking, another history lesson? But trust me, this isn't your typical story. This is about a 17-year-old girl who convinced a king, led armies, and shook an empire to its core, all because she believed God was speaking to her. Imagine being Joan, a peasant girl who couldn't even read or write, claiming to hear divine voices. People thought she was crazy, but here's the thing. She was so convinced, so passionate, that her confidence was contagious. She managed to get an audience with the French Dauphin, that's the crown prince, by predicting a military defeat before news of it had even reached the court. Here's where it gets wild. This teenager, who had never held a sword in her life, convinced the future King Charles VII to put her in charge of an army. And guess what? She turned out to be a military genius. Under her leadership, the French lifted the crucial siege of Orléans in just 9 days, something seasoned commanders had failed to do for months. But success comes with a price. The more victories she won, the more enemies she made. The English were terrified of her. Imagine their embarrassment at being beaten by a teenage girl. They called her a witch, a heretic, anything to discredit her. Eventually, she was captured, put on trial, and well, let's just say the English weren't exactly planning to give her a fair hearing. Here's the twist, though. Even her death couldn't stop what she started. The French spirit she awakened continued to grow. Within a few decades, France had won back almost all its territory, and Joan became a symbol of hope, courage, and national identity. Think about it. A teenage girl with nothing but faith and determination changed the course of history. She didn't have money, education, or connections. All she had was an unshakable belief in herself and her mission. So next time someone tells you you're too young, too inexperienced, or too anything to make a difference, remember Joan of Arc. Remember that sometimes the most unlikely person can change the world. Sometimes all it takes is the courage to stand up and say, I can do this, even when everyone else says you can't. Joan's story isn't just about religion or war. It's about believing in yourself when no one else does. About standing up for what you believe in, even when it seems impossible. And maybe, just maybe, that's why her story still captivates us nearly 600 years later.